And but I want you to interact a little tonight. For that, we are going to make a boss of question and answers. Oh, of course, my English is not perfect, but it's getting better. Okay, so it's nice to have you here. Kiss for you. Thank you so much for your all message and your love. See you later.
Anyway, that's how social media started and ended, and how it's still going for me. I am not posting as many as I used to, just because I'm kind of getting out of that era, and that's fine. Still not going to talk down on other people that still do it, though. I mean, wow. Anyway, and I'm not getting the views that I used to get. I do a lot of makeup tutorials. I do some cooking. I do a lot of things that don't get me quite the amount of attention that showing my body does. And I forgot what I was going to say again. Jesus Christ. Man, no wonder I felt like I was yelling, because I was trying to talk over my TV. Anyway, so that first couple, I don't know how many it took. It didn't take much at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, no more than 4 dances, and I was going viral for dancing in my kitchen. Now, I've had 0 work done. Not that that matters. I'm just saying. I've had 0 work done. Lost a lot of muscle, lost a lot of my curves. Still have some, but I've lost a ton. But my curviness is what got me attention. And I realized how easy it was. Like, it was very easy to get attention. And it's not even that I wanted it. I was literally doing something that I enjoyed, dancing in the kitchen. It just so happened to catch the men's eyes. Just a little fun fact about me. When I moved to Florida 5 years ago, I had never even heard of the platform. Never even heard of it. Didn't know what it was. I started following a woman. Her username is Rachel Fit, I believe. Very, very, very flexible and very, very, very beautiful. Very beautiful. In her caption, she said something about, and then I started doing my research, and I was like, wow. But anyway, didn't even start doing it immediately. I waited some time. But this is how I started getting attention on the internet, because when I first started my TikTok, I was talking about protein. I was talking about meal planning. I was talking about all things fitness and nutrition. Okay. That got me nowhere. I mean, it literally was going nowhere. But the first dance I did in my kitchen, or maybe the first couple, went viral. And guess who was in the comments? And just a little backstory about myself. I have almost 25 years of experience as a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I'm retired. I haven't taught since I moved to Florida 5 years ago, because that's when I started. And I've been guilty of doing what she does. I've been banned 4 or 5 times on here and on TikTok. So what I say by we have to get creative. So what if, I really don't know if all the women that she's seen do things like that. I don't know if all of those creators have the same platform I have, or if their platform is monetized and they know it's going to get attention, just like she knew that was going to get attention. But that's how we advertise. Just FYI, that is how we advertise. And just a little backstory about myself. I have almost 25 years of experience as a personal trainer and group fitness instructor. I'm retired. I haven't taught since I moved to Florida 5 years ago, because that's when I started. And I've been guilty of doing what she does. I've been banned 4 or 5 times on here and on TikTok. So what I say by we have to get creative. So what if, I mean, I really don't know if all the women that she's seen do things like that, I don't know if all of those creators have the same platform I have, or if their platform is monetized and they know it's going to get attention, just like she knew that was going to get attention. But that's how we advertise. Just FYI, that is how we advertise. And just because I feel like talking today, I'm actually feeling probably the best I've felt in over a week. I'm starting to come up. And I don't expect people to understand. I don't expect people to relate. It's neither here nor there for me, because I'm going to continue doing me and you're going to continue doing you. So I'm just ranting. You choose to listen or you choose to scroll, what the fuck ever. I don't care. But anyway, what I don't think people understand is, and I think a large percentage of people on the internet are very strongly against platforms like and corn. And that's fine. You do you. I'm going to do me. They're going to do them. I'm not hurting anybody with what I do. I enjoy it and I'm good at it and I make great money. But what it is we are very censored and we have to get creative. And to be continued. I mean, I really hope that she was successful in her delivery of that post in helping her sell more guides. I really wish her the best. I just shared her video because she wanted attention by calling out other females and the way they choose to use their own platform. And it always amazes me how women, even though she may not have been directly tearing women down, there were loads and loads and loads of comments in that post where she was agreeing with people. And she says, you're not really interested in, teaching people how to work out, yada, 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 that all you care about is yourself. Ma'am, all you care about is yourself. You're trying to sell your guide. And you know how you got people's attention? That's how you got people's attention. And maybe that's what some of those women, maybe that's what the whole purpose is, attention.
Yes. I have had my account since January 2020. Up a smidge, but as of today, I am 207 pounds. I always love this question because I want to hear people's responses. Like, I want to know, why do you think I'm a Scorpio? Just curious. And what do you think I am? Obviously, you think Scorpio, but I'm putting this out there for everyone else. What sign do you think I am? Putting that out there. I'll tell y'all later. Wait. Well, based on my grandmother and doing her DNA thing, my bobber's ancestry, mainly French, Irish. I'm pale. I'm covered in freckles. Yeah. Other than that, I've never done, I don't know what really my dad's side is 100%. I'm sure there's probably a little bit of German in there somewhere, maybe. I don't know. But I can definitely tell you probably French and Irish. Probably still. I am from San Antonio, Texas. I felt like it was like a little like beauty pageant, like from San Antonio, Texas. Okay, now I can go off stage. I am a whole 63 years old. I know. Amazing, right? So we are very open. Open about our journey, open about the process, and obviously very open and doing content. It's something new. It's exciting. It's things that we can, like, if you know, you know. It's a little spicy dicey, So yeah, he's good, or he wouldn't be doing it. Supreme pizza. My favorite compliment that I get, which is gonna be a little odd. I like when I am told when I post video or when I'm doing like the live workouts about how good my form is, because I worked really hard to like get to the spot like to where I do know what the hell I'm doing, and I like want to be mechanically correct and for my body as well. And so when they're like, dang, you got really good form, and most of the time when we're watching this stuff, like it's trash. Like that to me is like chef's kiss. Are we starting now or not? There's a few of them. One goal that I've always been open about though, it'll probably be more a little bit of a longer term goal. I want our own gym. I want a Withstand gym. I don't know if it's where we're at now or if it's gonna have to be somewhere else, like if I see ourselves relocating or moving or whatever. But that to me would be one of my main goals, is to have my own gym. That's it. Maybe not the very next goal. There's a few little steps, but that is one of like my major goals. And I'm always thinking of like, that's there. Where do I need to go to get there? So since you specifically asked for next goal though, I am not saying those out loud just yet. There's only a few close-knit people that know about them. Because I've noticed a lot of times I've always spoken about what I want to do and like the goals that I want to do and the things I want to pursue. And I've noticed like the more you are like, it's one thing to say them and like speak them to me, right? Like to like manifest, right? But I also know when you talk about them and you talk about them a little bit more openly, a lot of people will do things either on the back end or secretly, or there's just blocks that are put in. So that's something right now that I'm like holding my cards close to my chest. When they come to fruition, I can't wait to share them with you. But for the moment, those are staying close to me and they're all steps in the process. I feel like I could probably go on forever about this. I would say when he really truly won me over was when he just had this inviting personality, but also like the way he interacted with my children. Once it came time to where he could interact with them and like I brought him into the picture, the way he won my children over and the way they just, it was like magnets, like just like inseparable. That to me was the moment it was like game over. This is the man. There's like so many, like this is a multifaceted question, like, but it's empowering. First of all, to embrace yourself and embrace yourself fully, right? To be able to connect, share. There's so many things to this, right? But also it has putting yourself in a vulnerable position or a space has created a lot of strength. And that sounds crazy, but this platform, and like I said, even in social medias in general, by being able to put yourself out there, you're putting yourself up for criticism, you're putting yourself out there for opinions, and you actually learn to find out who you really are and like what you can like handle, and like there's a lot of things. And that's why there's not a lot of girls, especially once they start with this platform, that they're not prepared for it, and causes a lot of mental. So like I said, there's a lot of girls though that once they go to this, they're not prepared for it. They're not mentally mature to be able to handle the outside response as well as the inside or the next people next to you. I know that who I am in my being, in my heart, who I am and what I am, I know what I have to offer. And I know everything about me. Of course, you're gonna get the people who say like, oh no, go get a real job, blah, blah. But at the same time, like there's a difference. This platform, to be successful, you have to run it like a business, period. You know what I'm saying? So anyone and everyone and their mama's dog has one. But a lot of people get mad at it because of the fact that you're able to make financial gains through it and it's easy. But if it was so easy, everyone would do it as well. And there's just a lot more to it that I don't think a lot of successful creators get the credit for. I'll put it that way. I literally could talk on this all day too, because like I said, there's so many things about this. It's not about just like, oh, take a picture and put it out there. It's not that. There are things, I don't know. I don't even know. This is where we want to go with this right now. I literally could sit here and talk about all the things though that, you know what, we'll just stop because if not, I'll be here all day long. Thank you. I am 5'6". I think the biggest hurdle for anyone who's gone from small to big to small, honestly, that's even just in whatever kind of transformation that you are doing on your body, is the mental, right? Learning the triggers and the traumas and why you did or do the things that you do, how to overcome them, and then not seeing that old person, not seeing the old Kaylee, and know that you are not that girl no more. This is who you are. That was not you. This is who you are. Like, that was the hurt one. That was a broken girl. That was to be able to realize like where you've came from and what you have now, and like the strength you have, and that those they'll always come up, and like, are you prepared to face that little demon head on again? Like, are you prepared to be like, that trigger that's coming at you, can you handle it? And I think that's the biggest like hurdle, is because those all because it's real hard to like go in and be like, okay, well, I'm not 276 pounds anymore, but I feel like it. And what I see in the mirror is that person. And then there's some days that you're like, I've hit weight, and I'm like, I don't like this, I'm too small. And it's like, where you're trying to, and the thing is like, you're gonna always be doing this, right? It's never just like, boom, goal, you did it, yay. You know, it's like, there's always gonna be this mental aspect to it. There's gonna always be, you're always thinking, you're always having to like break down yourself, break down these walls that you didn't even know that you maybe built up. Some maybe you did know you built up. But I think it's always knowing that like, it's a journey. I don't feel like there's ever a finish line, because like I said, even when I get down to 200, I don't really like that, because I like my top, but I don't like how small my bottom's getting. But it's like, so then what adjustments can I make to tweak what I have and to grow and do? And it's just a learning experience. And I think that's just it, is to realize it's an ongoing process for, and not even just mental, physically. Like, I'm not saying you can't be older and still stay fit, but like, the bodies that we had in our teens are not the bodies we had in our 20s, is not the bodies that'll be in our 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s. Like, we're literally going to be morphing. Our bodies are constantly changing internally, physically, mentally, age, especially if you're having kids. Like, your body is going to change. And so you have to learn that even if I got down to 180, I'm not gonna look like 180 from 10 years ago. I don't even look like 180 from 2 years ago. So like, every time, it's never just a number. Like, everyone's like, what's your goal weight? I don't know. I don't have a number. I have a look. I have a feeling. I want to be able to feel good. And so I think that's the other thing too. And all this pairs in together with the mental. Once again, it's not just a number. It's not just a look. It's an understanding of the journey in itself. Okay, I'll stop talking about that too. I'm not knocking nobody, but I will fight somebody if they try to touch my man. Okay? Okay. He's mine. Honestly, no. I literally started Instagram not even knowing what it was, and I was just entering into the Texas Ranger World Series giveaway contest. But I'm glad I did it, because then that's when it brought me into more weight loss before and after journeys. Instagram used to be a whole different animal, and you could really connect with people. Like, there's been so many good friends that Helen, Vanessa, Jamie, like you girls, that for years, like, that this has brought y'all into my life. And like, I'm forever grateful for that. So to think that you could connect with people that weren't in your immediate circle, that you would maybe never knew that someone else was experiencing your struggles, someone to relate to, that was across the world, across the country. That is what I'm appreciative of, that like, that came out of it. And then to keep, and honestly, there's some days I'm like, it's just like, everyone has followings. Like, everyone has a following. And my husband's always like, you know, but I'm like, I don't feel like, yes, I have a following. I don't feel like I'm not popular. Like, if I'm gonna go down to San Antonio, they're not gonna be like, oh my God, what's that? What's up? You know what I'm saying? Like, no. I mean, there's been people like, hey, I see you, or oh, I follow you, okay. But like, I'm not to this. Like, I go outside and I feel like I am just Kaylee. That's what I feel like. I'm just grateful that, yes, that people do want to follow, and then y'all might follow for one thing and then realize like, she's pretty cool, I'll stick around.
I'm trying so hard not to laugh right now, because what is a turkey muffin? Can you explain? What is a turkey muffin? You know that comes with an application fee and a background check? No, I had to give her a little breather, but I ain't gonna hold you. Once I get back home, I probably get back to it. Absolutely, they just don't know how to use their superpowers. I'm gonna definitely say it's a little bit of both, depending on how I feel, because I could have no connection and still squirt just because I felt like it. You know, you can't just trust everybody's cooking. I'm just saying. I'm a big girl. I like to eat, but take me out to eat. How about that? Is that true? Do you really miss me? Come and prove it. I don't do too much fuckery off camera, but if I were to say which is the best, I'm gonna always go with off camera, because you don't gotta think about anything. You just do it. Like, you don't gotta think about how you position. You're just gonna fucking do it because it feels great. I'm actually hoping to do that within the next year or two. Would y'all lock in? Single isn't the word. Yeah, I don't know. Whatever's below single, I am. But yes, I do live in Miami now. I still miss New York a lot, but I'm here. Yes, the fuck I do, because look at these toes, baby.
I got 2 blind boxes, so I wanted to do an unboxing video. Here they are. Look at how freaking cute this is. Look at how freaking cute this is. I got sour and sweet, okay? Okay. I literally wouldn't be mad at any of these because they're all so freaking cute. Let's do the sour one first. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Should I close my eyes? I hope I got the red one because I'm cute.
Honestly, my issue with New York, I could see myself living there, yes. I've been a few times. I really liked it. I thought about moving there for the summer because I couldn't do winters. I don't like being cold over the winter. But my issue with with New York is that the apartments are way too small. Like, it doesn't make sense to me to pay that much money for a little shoebox apartment that you can't even like turn around in. So no. If it was cheaper, yes. Honestly, I wish I was bold enough to do bold enough to do colors like that on my toes. But I'm a neutral girly. I was thinking about how cool black toes would look, but I fear that looks better on white girls. I don't know how black toes would look on me. Yes, I'm watching the game that they're playing at the Bad Bunny concert on Sunday. I'll think about it, because I have been told so many times recently that I have an accent in Spanish, and it's pissing me off, and it's making me really insecure, because ¿cómo es posible? Like,
I feel like if I really took a few months to really practice certain languages, I feel like I could be fluent in almost every language, because Darija, or Moroccan, was the first language I ever learned, and it is considered one of the hardest languages you can learn in the world, I think. I don't know. But yeah, I just woke up one day and I was fluent in Darija. I could say everything, I just don't sound like them. There's a few words I don't know, like I don't know any bad words or anything like that, but I know how to say everything. And I didn't grow up in Morocco. I grew up in America, and I was born in America. My mom is Moroccan, and she's the one who raised me. So her and her side is the one who raised me. So I don't know how I learned Darija. One day I just woke up and I was speaking it. And that happens with any other language. Like, one day I'll wake up and I can speak Spanish for some reason. One day I'll wake up and today I just found out I can speak French. I don't know how or why or what or where or how these things happen. It just happens. If you put me in a different country, I'll find a way to communicate with them some which way, shape, or form, or I'll understand them. And it's actually insane to me. I don't know how this happens. It's really strange, but I feel like if I really For those of you that don't know, I am Moroccan, and I just come to a realization that I speak a very, very English Darija. Like, my accent in Darija is so horrible, but I know how to say everything. So I'm fluent, but Darija has such a strong accent. It's so hard to speak like them. So I just got these leggings, and they are a little bit see-through, but I think they're doable. What do you think? Also, I'm very sick. I was in New York for the cold, and I got super sick. I went to like the Rockefeller, and there was a lot of people, and I'm sure that's where I got sick because everybody was like crowded, and I went ice skating, and yeah, so I'm just super sick. I can't breathe from my nose, and I don't know if it's the flu because I don't feel that bad. It's more of like a sinus thing.
Reading this as I'm literally home doing my laundry, and honestly I think that's the reason I ended up getting such a big house. I know I should have got like a smaller house, but since I'm always home, I get like bored of being in one room and I go to another room, and I'm always exploring like different parts of the house, so I don't get that bored because I like being home. I just wouldn't want to be like in a small home because then I would definitely want to be out in the street. But since I don't get bored at my current home, that's why I'm always home and not out in the street. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you guys get me, right? Like, I feel like it's easy to be a homebody when you love your home, and it's easy to just want to be out in the street when you don't like your home. I still like to like go on hikes, play pickleball, go on adventures and stuff, but I do prefer to be home than like party and go clubbing. I only go clubbing when they pay me to go, and that's it. I don't know if you guys remember, but I answered that last time, and a lot of you guys got grossed out, and then others unfollowed me. Like, if it's that deep, it's never that deep. But yes, pineapple goes on pizza. Yummy. And I even like some of my tortas with like a slice of pineapple. If you go to Mexico, there's taco spots that put pineapple on the tacos, on the tortas, on the sandwiches. Like, that's normal. That's normal in Hawaii too. Like, pineapple is good. What are you talking about? Yes, it goes on pizza. Maybe not if you go to Italy, but here in the US and in Mexico and in Hawaii, that's tasty. Reading this as I'm literally home doing my laundry, and honestly I think that's the reason I ended up getting such a big house. I know I should have got like a smaller house, but since I'm always home, I get like bored of being in one room and I go to another room, and I'm always exploring like different parts of the house, so I don't get that bored because I like being home. I just wouldn't want to be like in a small home because then I would definitely want to be out in the street. But since I don't get bored at my current home, that's why I'm always home and not out in the street. I don't even know what I'm saying, but you guys get me, right? Like, I feel like it's easy to be a homebody when you love your home, and it's easy to just want to be out in the street when you don't like your home. I still like to like go on hikes, play pickleball, go on adventures and stuff, but I do prefer to be home than like party and go clubbing. I only go clubbing when they pay me to go, and that's it.
One thing's for sure, two things for certain. The day I started making money on the internet is actually the day I stopped knowing how to act. So misconstruing that I'm inaccessibly lit and that warrants you being a hater is extremely sweet, but also extremely delusional. I will cut your ass. You are not exempt from reciprocated hate. Be mindful who you come for. I am not the one. I get paid to be here. I'm incentivized to be mean to mean people.
It gotta be flats all the way fried hard. I mean, I need that shit crispy. I don't want no sogginess, nothing. Yeah, I'm gonna go with flats. And it gotta have ranch, not blue cheese. That I don't have the answer to because I'm not Spanish, even though y'all know my favorite line to say. I'm actually Black, Italian, Russian, and Indian, for those who want to know. My whole body is 100% organic honey. But thanks for asking. yes, I mean, it is something I do offer. Just saying. So I do have some videos out there like that. It is not something that I do often at all. Cause y'all not about to play with my pH. No way. Thank you. I try. Very humble. I'm very humble. So if y'all ever see me, don't be afraid to say hi. I do not bite unless you want me to. You must not really be a feet person then, because my feet show in every video. But if you guys want more feet content, let me know. Of course I'm in New York. If I'm not mistaken, I was waiting for you to respond to the inbox. So I'm not gonna get into shaming people and, you know, talking bad and down on people. But what I will do, if it's any similar to your question, is I could tell you like a moment where I felt like I've done my worst, or where I was embarrassed, I should say. I remember one time I had a collab and somebody had went down on me, and this was in the beginning. I didn't know any better. I had a sponge inside because it was my time of the month. Those of you who don't know, we shoot with sponges when we got our girly things going on. And so I had to do, you know, my magic powers. I'm speaking in code, my magic powers. And when I went to go do that, the sponge plopped and hit them in the forehead. And I was embarrassed. I hid the whole day. Woo, how long have I been single? I've been single probably about, I want to say 4 or 5 years. Before this industry, I've been single. So, yeah. So, y'all know I love New York. I fucking love New York. I love the support I get from you guys all the time. But, unfortunately, I am looking to move to New Jersey. It's not written in stone. It's not definite. It's just a thought. But, yeah, possibly I might be moving to Jersey, to answer your question. Well, I'm a strong believer in not giving anybody a manual to me. I feel like that's just for you to figure out. Period. That's just for you to figure out. To answer your question, yes, I will eventually settle down. Right now, I'm in my prime time. And yeah, a lot of y'all can't handle what I got going on over here. So
One thing about me on the internet, the whole world can be against me, and I've learned not to give a fuck. Like, I really be living in an episode of The Emperor's New Clothes sometimes. I don't care if everyone on earth supports Trump, for example. Like, I will not support him because I have brain cells that connect, you feel me? And if everyone on earth or everyone around me was to disagree, it wouldn't affect me. I would just understand that everyone around me is fucking stupid. When I see things that are wrong and I recognize they're wrong and other people want to accommodate them or push narratives that are convenient for them and deride each other, pushing false narratives, I don't mind being like the villain of the internet when it's for what's right. I have no problem with that at all. And I appreciate the engagement from it. So like, shout out to everyone stalking me now, mad as hell, hearing me talk, just wishing they could shut me up because you can't do ha 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 ha. It's also important to note my biggest like demographic of internet ops, my only demographic of internet ops, really, if you want to call them that, is like incels and pick-me's. That's it. Primarily incels and a couple pick-me's. But see, it's a win-win because on the pick-me side, there's very few and they don't really matter. But the few it applies to, I enjoy making like miserable people angry. So pick-me's, like, they hate me because I'm in a relationship. I got an OF. Like, I'm everything they hate and can't be. Like, you want a man and you don't have an OF and you think you're better than me, but you can't even get a man, bitch. Like, congratulations, you played yourself. Now you're mad looking at my page. Like, how the fuck she got a man and I don't get a man? Girl, go cry about it. And the incels, like, these guys don't get laid. What are they doing? Every day they're fapping. The same guys that are anti-OF and they're the #1 subscribers because they don't get coochie. Like, I need y'all. Y'all gonna pretend to hate me, but you gonna pay to see this.
You know, people say the darndest things. They say things like, oh, if it was another life and it was me and you, there'd be a different story. And I don't believe that. I believe who people are, as they present themselves. because I strongly believe that, you know, the way a man treats a dancer or princer, they treat a regular woman. You know why? Because the regular women come out and say that they treat them a certain type of way, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of how he treated me. So I don't believe that in another life you would treat me different. I feel like you would do the same thing. In fact, not only is it not the right way of thinking, it's bullshit. And you keep telling yourself, and you keep thinking this way, and I don't encourage it. I just ask that you keep it to yourself. And sit back and watch me live my life happy without your discouragement. Because at the end of the day, it's like a cell phone. I can hang this up any day and not get criticism for the internet. Well, I don't know, maybe. But honestly, I can live my life in peace without knowing what you're thinking about or how you disapprove of me. And why does it reveal who you are as a person? Because why do you think like that? Why do you think that whether a woman is picking up trash off the sidewalk, or if she's selling her body, or if she's a multi-millionaire, or if she went to school, or if she did, why would that any of that matter to you? When Jesus chose to forgive you, he didn't count on what you did as a job or what you did as your sin. He forgave you. Well, maybe that's just how I believe. But I know in my heart that if you have to look at what I've done in the past to decide if you want to be with me in the future or the present, it's not the right way of thinking. So what did we learn today? That men are liars. They're gonna tell you things, and it's like, it's gonna be based on like how you act and who you are. They are good at this, especially men that are in a certain type of field. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? If men are in a certain type of field, or they're in a certain type of way, they're Rico Suave. They're gonna talk to you. They're gonna say certain things to you, and it's just for you to believe. But you gotta be smarter than that. Seriously. This is your big sis talking to you. I'm about to be 27 years old on the 20th. I'm letting you guys know that. Please spare yourselves, okay? Nothing that you can do to make anybody love you. I need you to know that. What did they do to Jesus? What did they do? And I know some men are thinking like, who is telling this bitch they want to be with her? Or who the fuck, if they're in a different life, they will want to be with. Spare yourself, seriously, because you're the only one that's thinking like that. There are plenty of people who tell me these things. None of it has rang true. Seriously, none of it. If anything, I encourage men to stop saying that. It only reveals who you are as a person. To tell somebody that if it were a different life or if it were a different situation, we would treat you different. But the truth is, you know, you only get one. And the way you act and the way you show yourself and the way you present yourself and how you treat people is your overall way of how you view life. I guess I don't have anything else to say. Just God bless. And I say that to say to you ladies, please stop believing people when they say that if you weren't this or if you weren't that, they would treat you a certain type of way. Come on, guys. No, like, and I encourage you to stop feeding into their delusion when they say these things. Like, just be upfront and honest with them and say, I don't think that's true. And tell them that they aren't such a good person and that what they do and the things that they do is unkind. And I'm a little drunk, but I have a point, okay? And as long as I have a point, I'm gonna keep on talking. The point is to believe people at how they show themselves to you, or you end up hurt. You know, people say the darndest things. They say things like, oh, if it was another life and it was me and you, there'd be a different story. And I don't believe that. I believe who people are, as they present themselves. Because I strongly believe that, you know, the way a man treats a dancer or porn star, they treat a regular woman. You know why? Because the regular women come out and say that they treat them a certain type of way, and I'm like, hey, that's kind of how he treated me. So I don't believe that in another life you would treat me different. I feel like you would do the same thing.
Okay, so we already talked about my hair products. Now let's talk about the honey that I sell. The honey that I sell is frequently bought by your favorite influencers and artists, and they're really young. So all you guys that think, oh, it's for old people and you don't need that because you're too young. No, like it's for everybody of all ages. Not all ages, obviously not little kids, that's fucking weird. But anybody who's already doing the deed, you know? It helps you last longer, and it doesn't have any chemicals. It's not like Viagra. It's 100% natural. It's made of herbs. Oh my god, I think the coyotes are like fighting the dogs in the neighborhood. But yeah, it helps you last longer, and it gets bigger because all the blood goes there. And yeah, click the link and buy them honey. La mayoría de sus influencers favoritos y artistas favoritos compran mi miel. No voy a decir nombres. Pero si ellos la usan, ¿qué tiene malo que ustedes la usen? Ya les dije, no nomás es para viejitos, o sea, es para muchachitos, es para todos los que quieran durar más tiempo. Es todo. Y aparte, no es como la Viagra que tiene químicos y cosas malas. Es 100% natural, es hecha de hierbas, así que no les va a hacer daño. No se van a hacer adictos donde necesitan la miel para poder tener relaciones. No, la pueden usar y luego después dejar de usarla y seguir normal como lo hacían siempre. O sea, no tienen ningún efecto negativo. Ok, ya les hablé sobre mis productos de cabello. Ahora les voy a hablar sobre la miel que vendo. La miel que vendo no solamente es para hombres que no pueden o para viejitos. Es para hombres de todas las edades y no es por si no puedes, es para que dures más. No sé cómo explicarlo sin sonar vulgar, pero haz de cuenta que te la pone más dura y toda la sangre se te va ahí, así que se te pone más grande y aparte de todo eso duras más de lo normal. Si eres de los que no duras mucho tiempo, eso te va a ayudar y sí, o sea, pruébenla, no sé qué más decirles, pruébenla, les voy a dejar el link. Así que ya saben, mi shampoo lo pueden usar los niños, los bebés, los viejitos, los adultos, los adolescentes, todos. Los animales, la verdad, no sé. Mucha gente me dice que baña a su perro, a su caballo, a todos los animales que tienen. Yo sí he bañado a mi caballo y a mi chivo con mi shampoo. A mis perros no. Pero no se los recomiendo porque pues es un shampoo para humanos, no para animales. No les hace nada de daño, o sea, no tiene nada de malo. Pero siento que es mejor bañar a los animales con shampoo de animales. La única razón que usé mi shampoo en mi chivo y mi caballo fue porque esta vez no encontraba su shampoo, o se me hace que ya se me había acabado su shampoo, y dije, bueno, ni modo, voy a usar el mío.
no les va a pasar nada. De hecho, les dejó el pelo bien brillosito y suavecito y bonito y olían bien rico. Pero para los que me escriben diciendo, ¿lo puedo usar en mi perrito? No les contesto porque la verdad no sé si debo de recomendar mi shampoo porque es para humanos, no para animales. So as you guys know, a lot of women would complain about my shampoo bottle having the picture of my butt in the back. But good news, there's 2 bottles, one with ass and one with no ass. So the only reason that there's a picture with my butt in the back is because that's kind of my brand and why I'm known and why I became famous in the first place. But also because my hair just happens to go to the middle of my butt. So in that picture, I'm just showing you where my hair goes to and I just happen to be in a bikini. But if you don't want to see that, I completely understand. And there's a bottle with no butt on it and you can buy it. I have the bottle with the butt because it doesn't bother me. Like, I like seeing my own butt. I understand why there's moms that don't because their kids are there and they see it. I have had moms tell me like, oh, because of you, my son takes long showers and stuff like that. I understand why you wouldn't want it there or because your husband. But now you have both options, the one with no ass and the one with ass. Para todas las mujeres renegonas que se la llevaban renegando de que mi shampoo tenía mis pompis atrás, hace mucho dejé de nomás tener esa opción. Tengo 2 opciones, la botella con nalgas y la botella sin nalgas. Así que si quieres que la botella tenga mi foto de mis pompis, o sea, tiene esa foto porque enseña hasta donde llega mi cabello. No es mi culpa que mi cabello me llega hasta las pompis, ¿saben? Pero bueno, si quieres esa botella con las pompis, la puedes comprar. Si quieres botella sin pompis, también la puedes comprar porque también está disponible. Así que tengo una opción para cada persona. Para las que no les gusta ver mis pompis y que las odian y que no. And for those that are always asking if you can use my shampoo on your dogs or your horses and animals, to be honest, I don't recommend it because it's made for humans, but I'm not gonna lie, I have used it on my horse and his hair looked really pretty afterwards. I've never used it on my dog. I used it on my goat. I used it on my goat and on my horse and it left their hair super shiny and pretty. But I don't want to be on here recommending my shampoo for animals because it's made for humans. But you do whatever you want with the shampoo. Just know that it's really good. And it leaves your hair shiny, fluffy, soft, silky. And it's a really good product. Si eres un hombre y te estás quedando calvo, no importa que estés súper viejo o súper jovencito, mi shampoo te va a ayudar. He tenido clientes que han tenido leucemia, que han pasado por quimioterapia y aún así les ha crecido su cabello de vuelta. Así que si mi shampoo ha ayudado a esas personas, definitivamente te puede ayudar a ti. Y pues yo obviamente lo uso, tengo un montón de pelitos nuevos que me crecen y era tan exagerado que me estaba quedando sin cuello, o sea, de tanto cabello que me estaba saliendo, ya ni se me miraba el cuello, dije, ay no, me lo voy a quitar con láser, me lo depilé y me lo quité con varias sesiones de láser, me empezó a crecer otra vez porque obviamente sigo usando el shampoo, así que dije, ¿sabes qué? Lo voy a dejar y da vergüenza ahorita verme el cuello, miren, ay no, qué horror, así que sí. Si con todo esto no me creen, pues no sé qué decirles, pero aquí les voy a dejar el link del shampoo y también tengo acondicionador y hair serum y una mascarilla. If you're a man and you're balding, it doesn't matter if you're super old or super young, I can save you. Well, my shampoo can save you. I have a hair growth shampoo that helps and it really works. I've had customers that have had leukemia and their hair has grew back. Some that have gone through chemotherapy and their hair still grew back with my shampoo. So if they were able to save their hair, then so can you. You will definitely see results. And me, obviously, I use it and I'm so hairy. I grow so much new hair growth that I literally had to shave off the hair that was growing in the back of my neck. And I thought it would be a good idea to like laser it off. And it was a horrible idea. So now I'm just letting it grow back and it looks so embarrassing right now, but I'll just show you. Oh my God, it looks so embarrassing. But yeah, I had no neck from all the new hair growth. So I was like, okay, let me take it off, but I'll just let it grow. I'd rather have a lot of hair than be bald. But yeah, if you are bald, don't worry, I got you. I'll leave the link to the shampoo right here.
This is how dedicated I am to wearing the piano. I'm about to cut off the nails that my little fine shit paid for. I'm sorry. I'll redo them when it's time, but these got to go. I'm trying to get really good at piano, so in the future I can play piano for my husband and my kids. So yeah. I'm in Miami from the 16th to the 20th, so if you haven't booked yet, you better start getting your bookings in because I'm gonna be booked up, baby.
USAA.
If you want to know what Honey likes nuts. I mean, all up in my mouth. I mean, did you try this? The Nut Factory? Love it here.
Good morning. I'm going through like a curly phase, and like I'm about to go to this curly stylist to get my ends trimmed, and I'm gonna get this little dryer that you go like this and it makes it curly. Stay tuned to my hair because I'm about to rock this curly look. This is my new look. Straight hair is cool and all, but when you have Egyptian, I have really tight curls, and I always freaking straighten it, and I don't know why. And I'm not dyeing it no more. I'm not putting nothing in my hair. All natural, baby. Looks good. I look good. So now the thing is all the kids in high school, they meet up at a thrift store and they like go to multiple thrift stores, and the style is like vintage. Like they like things when I was younger, like the bell bottoms, the freaking belts, the vintage bags. And I'm like Shantae, you don't want to go like to the mall, you don't want to go to the design district, like you don't want to go to all these places, like you don't want to go. She's like, no, Mom, I want to go thrifting. And I'm like, girl, I give you the world, you want to go thrifting. But that's the thing. So she was so happy, and she's like, we have to go, we have to come back. And I'm like, okay, like if this is your thing, like she likes the old stuff, like I'm not saying that I'm old, but like she likes the stuff when we were younger, like the clothes, like so be it, like I'm there for it. So guys, I got a story to tell you. So I guess like my daughter's generation, right, they like thrifting. Like I remember when I was younger, like I would go thrifting with my parents, right? But like I haven't went thrifting in like years. When I tell you years. And I used to work, like one of my first jobs, I used to work at like Selden Thrift in like Long Island, like Selden Thrift, right? So today, you know, I never like really been outside the city of Miami. So I went, and we went to like Hialeah, this thrift store. And let me tell you something, she had a great time. And let me tell you something, the True Religion jeans and all that shit that she found, I'm like, I don't even remember going like thrifting. It's been so long, but we had so much fun.
Yo entiendo español, pero no hablo mucho though. So, yeah. Okay, so like actually for anybody who wants to be featured in a haircut video and get a haircut, DM me. I do that Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm located in Houston. I just want to stay hot, sexy, and rich forever. And maybe like lock in with like a nice, like tall, fine ass man, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying.
So apparently I look like a dangerous criminal. I look like I transport drugs up my ass or somewhere hidden on my body, because every single time I travel to another country, they put me in that little room where they inspect you. They go like this in between my butt cheeks. They spread them open. They make me take off my socks. They inspect every part of my body to make sure there's no drugs hidden anywhere. And same thing with my luggage. They go through every single item to make sure there's no drugs hidden anywhere. This time I'm like, wow, I got lucky. Like they didn't pat me down. I didn't randomly get selected. I land, I open my luggage. This shit is in there where they said that for the safety of everybody in my flight, they had to make sure I didn't have anything illegal in my luggage, because like I said, I look like a dangerous criminal who has drugs on her. And the craziest part is I've never even done drugs in my life, so why the fuck would I be selling them? Anyways, my point of this rant is that they mix my clean clothes with my dirty clothes and my clean clothes with my shoes. I'm such a germaphobe. Those who have followed me for a long time know I do not mix my shoes with my clean clothes, especially not my underwear. The thought of me putting on my thong after it touched my shoes is disgusting. Like I can't. I'm gonna have to wash my clothes all over again, because there's no way I can put on underwear that touched my shoes. You know how much shit we step on outside? Like it's so nasty. And I know you guys probably think I'm crazy, but I'm such a germaphobe. Like I cannot put on clean underwear that touched dirty clothes and dirty shoes, and they mixed everything in my freaking luggage, and that's what got me mad. And for what? They didn't pay anything because there's no drugs. I don't sell drugs. So if you guys have any tips for me on how to not look like a criminal and not look suspicious, let me know, please, because I'm tired of getting discriminated. I'm tired of looking dangerous, I guess. Like, I don't want people to look at me in customs and be like, oh yeah, she has to have drugs up her ass or somewhere in her body or somewhere in her luggage. Also, fun fact about me, I've never put anything up my ass, and if I ever did, it would not be drugs.
I'm also getting a wax today, so should I wax it all off or should I do a landing strip? Because I have not waxed in about 12 weeks. I've just been letting her grow. But I think it's time to give her a little wax. So vote here for bald or landing strip.
So I was talking to my dad today, and he's telling me that whenever he gets to Panama, he is gonna like be hanging out with one of my cousins who has a farm or something. I don't know. He likes that shit. But anyways, I was like, I remember this cousin, but like I don't remember him because I was so little whenever I came here. But I looked him up on Facebook, and obviously like we're friends or whatever, but my cousin literally has like horses and shit. Like he has a whole farm, right? But he has horses, and he'd be like showing horses at the little like state fair and be winning and shit. When I tell you, immediately on Pinterest looking up outfits, because I am living my Pasión de Gavilanes era. As soon as I touch down in Panama, like I want pictures of my ass on that fucking horse and cute little outfits, okay? The ones that don't know what Pasión de Gavilanes is, it's this Spanish telenovela that I was obsessed with whenever I was 7. I probably should have not been watching it, but like I started watching it when I was 7. I didn't finish it because I moved from Panama to the United States and I just didn't watch it here. But I just recently finished it like a couple years ago, and I'm obsessed. So it was about 3 sisters who were rich, and their family had like a hacienda or whatever, and then 3 brothers that were poor come and work at the farm for the family. And so each one of the sisters ends up falling in love with like a brother, and it was like spicy and like the drama, like it was so good. And so yeah, I need all of it. I need all of that,
because they're gonna go see why I reported that as pornography, and you're gonna lose your account. All because what? When you could have just subbed and sent me that for a fee. Like, stop. Just stop. We don't want to see that. Ugh. Okay, this is why I use a Snapchat filter and then just save it and then put it on Instagram, because the Instagram filters are way too much. Okay, this is what I meant to say before like I got distracted with the eyebrow and all that. Usually I don't like open DMs from like people that are very odd and I already know what's coming. Anyways, I accidentally opened a DM and the guy was, so I reported it to Instagram that this is pornography, you know what I'm saying? Because I do not want to see that. I did not request that. I didn't go and search that. Like, I don't want to see that. You are violating me. So now you're going to lose your account because they're going to go. Or is one of my eyes bigger than the other eye? I can't figure it out. But I do know that I still have a lisp and I'm not talking right from my surgery. So that's a whole nother story. What is it? Hi guys, first things first, can you help me? Is it my eyelashes that are uneven? Like this side's up and this side's more down? Or
is it that my eyebrow, this eyebrow's lower and this one's more up and I need to throw some Botox? Can someone help me? Here, look. I can't figure it out for the life of me what it is that's going on. So last week, people kept telling me, your eyebrow's really high. So I went and got some Botox, put in that one, and it brought it down. But now I'm like, something's wrong. Ladies only, can you tell me what you see? Is it the eyelashes or is it the eyebrows? Okay, guys, question time is over because people, you know, can't keep it PG, but it was fun. Thanks for all the questions. And so I would probably never do that again because these men are weird.
So I just realized I have like a ton of messages in my message requests. I thought they were going through to my primary inbox, but I guess they aren't. So if you see me go like a super old message, that's why. Also, I'm really excited because my recent reel, sorry, my cat's like in my face, but my recent reel had a greater percentage of women viewers than normal. So I'm like trying to reach out to the girlies. So if you follow me and you're a girly, thank you.
So I kind of want to start collabing with more females. Tell me what y'all think about it. And I have nobody else to blame but Rue Lynn. So when you see this post, you're going to be cracking up fucking laughing.
I feel so happy. I did get my arms done too, but they are a process. I mean, this is a process too, but this heals faster than this. And you know, massage is so important, like compression is so important, so that's what I'm doing. But I did want to come on here and say, yes, I'm good and thriving and happy. And yeah, I really appreciate the support. Always love you guys. And I'll see you soon. I'll also tag my doctor here. And I will also tag this amazing body faja. Like, this thing is tighter than tight, and that's what you need. I'll tag that here too. Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Hey guys, I know it's been a long time since I have gone live or since I did like a little video like this. But I just want to say that here I am. I'm sure you notice maybe a little difference. Also that I can't talk very well. Still learning to get my little talk on. I did have some surgical procedures on my face and in my mouth. And like, I can't smile yet. Now, Dr. Hassan, hopefully I'll be able to smile soon. But I am so happy. Like, yes, I have a filter on because I am bruised a little bit still. But this is what I wanted. When I told him what I wanted, he did exactly what I wanted. And
You guys talk and I listen. After getting countless DMs from fans telling me that they can't access my site from their country, I knew I had to come up with a solution. You can now talk to me through my Telegram group from anywhere in the world. And not only that, you will get to buy my solo pictures and solo videos. I'm really looking forward to connecting with all these fans I've been missing out on. We finally get to connect and get to know each other better. So what are you waiting for? Click the link below and connect with me now.
So the reason why I haven't been posting pictures or selfies with my phone camera is because it's been broken for like 2 months now. But anyways, I'm actually here to tell you that whenever you see other people going through really bad stuff, don't feel bad for them. And I mean, you're gonna be like, what do you mean? And what I mean is that God doesn't make mistakes. He doesn't even make mistakes when he punishes people. So when I see somebody going through something horrible, I don't feel bad for them, because I'm like, what did you do to deserve that? What did you do to deserve that?
Oh yeah, and I didn't even say that I got my braces off. I got them off a few days ago. So yay, I love the way my teeth look. And apparently I have to be put in Invisalign because that's what my orthodontist uses for like the retainer, I think. I don't know if that's normal, but and another thing, I realized that I have a skin condition called perioral dermatitis, and the girls that know how freaking awful this skin condition is. And pretty much like I ruined my skin barrier. It could have been a year ago, a few months ago, probably from putting on salicylic acid multiple times a day. I posted it on my spam account, and a lot of the girls were like, stop, you're gonna ruin your skin barrier. And it ruined my skin barrier, probably from that and then using too much product. So now anything, it's like little pus spots and really dry at the same time. So you try and put something on it to fix it, it makes it worse. So if any girls have perioral dermatitis, then, and I think in about a week and a half, I could finally start posting about it and you'll be able to see. And honestly, this idea came to me in 2023. So it has been in the works probably since 2024. I talked about it on my Instagram story last summer, and finally I could start like talking about it, and I'm so excited to put something in the past and then open something new for me, and I'm so excited. And you'll see. Hey everyone, so I feel like I haven't talked on my story in a while, or posted on my story, or posted on this account in a while, so I'm just coming out here to say hi. I've been so busy with the launch. There's been a lot that has been going on.
Years ago when I was still young and in state's custody, so there has been a lot of turmoil and trauma between us, because I do not agree with the way that they have chosen to limit Kyler's quality of life on every possible level and simply choose to keep him alive for their own selfish reasons and, financial gain. I believe that it's wrong, and I've only tried to be a voice to advocate for Kyler over the years. And this time I genuinely thought it was going to be different. We had made a decision as a family to, schedule the surgery. Kyler was going to be a donor and save the lives of so many people and become one of God's angels. And we were all ready to say goodbye. I said my goodbyes. Everyone said goodbye. And for whatever reason, they have decided to retract that and have now again kept Kyler on antibiotics and on a ventilator and with a PICC line in his neck, and unable to breathe on his own, completely unresponsive, so that they can continue to collect a check. And I have no rights, and I have no help really to put a stop to it. And at this point in time, I have made my peace with the circumstances, because I know that that's not my brother in there. He's just laying there staring at the wall, and he's miserable, and he doesn't want to be here anymore. And they're keeping him here like under duress. And it's almost sickening to watch, because they're also abandoning him by not actually being here. They stuck him back in the care facility, and then they head back to the family farm, and they make all these decisions. They don't visit him. No one in my family visits him. Me and my mom are the only ones that are there to take care of him and make him feel loved and do everything that we can. Nobody else is there, but they're the ones that get to make all the decisions. And so my heart is just completely broken this time, because I can't watch it anymore. I can't. I went to see him today, and it's not okay. It's not right. And I'm simply making this to update everybody, because I want to thank you so much for the love and the support that we have received over the years. Sharing Kyler's story has contributed so much to who I am and everything that I've built and will continue to build. And I will live on his legacy forever. And I will make sure that I make him proud. But at this given time, I have, canceled all of the arrangements and refunded everybody that was willing to contribute to his GoFundMe, because now we just have to sit and wait for him to die.
and he doesn't get to be an organ donor, and I don't know when it's going to happen. And so I've chosen for my own, self-sanity to step back and just give it to God. And I pray, mashallah, that he takes him very, very soon so that he can be an angel and that, we can all move on from this. And so I am just going to be focusing on business, and I'm going to be spending the last half of this year, in Dubai and following my dreams and doing what I'm meant to do and not being held back by my family's mistakes, animosity that they want to have. And I know that my brother will always be with me. And I just want to, again, express gratitude for all of you so much. I don't have my family's support. None of them have checked on me during this time, not one of them. And so you guys are my support system. And I'm so grateful for all of you. I love you all so much. And I promise I am gonna get back to my positive and uplifting and loving self, because that's who I was created to be. So I'm sending all my love and positive vibes your way. And remember, it's always a great day with Kay.
Hi, I'd like to place an order. 1. I'm gonna do the chocolate chip cookies, and I'm gonna do the vanilla 3 scoops of ice cream. Yeah, that's all. Okay, thank you. Bye. Because I don't know, like the iPad's acting crazy, but they told me that they're gonna reset it so I can order later. Because later I'm gonna order some food. I just ate not too long ago, so I'm not hungry right now. But let's look at the menu and see what they have.
Okay guys, you are my witness that I'm trying not to be a grandma. I'm in Tulum. I got invited to go to this party. Wow. Anyway, I got invited to go to some beach club party tonight. It's apparently a really good DJ there. It finishes at 2. And I need to wash my hair. Like, the humidity in Tulum is crazy. I wanted to wash my hair. And there's no hot water in the shower. Like, that's 1. 2, I bought a dress today while I was out in the town, and the dress doesn't fit. So, I mean, I can fix the outfit situation, but I need a shower. It's giving go to bed. Hey guys, I wanted to make this story because I feel like a lot of my fans are getting confused with all these links, so I wanted to break it down so that there's no confusion. So my Telegram group is a direct, private, exclusive chat with me. So if you click on that link, you will be taken directly into a Telegram group chat with just me. That's that. Then to be able to purchase any of my films, any of my tapes with other models, or the other corn stars, other content creators, that is on my OF. I believe I can say that. My blue site. That's where you can find all of my movies. That's the difference between each link. So if you see me promoting my Telegram, that is my exclusive private chat via Telegram.
Why did I go to Krispy Kreme? Because the hot and ready sign was on, and my donuts are actually cold. And I ordered an iced coffee, and they give me this. Good morning. So I just got these, and I hope you guys are ready to try them with me. And yes, it is 10:30 in the morning. No, I don't care. But this is probably going to be the only thing I eat today. Oh my god.
Okay. The crunch, beautiful. A mess though. The flavor, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. It tastes like Play-Doh. Why the fuck are you guys lying? Why are you guys getting on TikTok and fucking lying? It's disgusting. Why do Lucky Charms marshmallows do this sometimes? And it only be certain ones, like the green ones.
Okay, those did not work. So let's do something for the fun of it. I never wear mini skirts, but I bought one and I wanted to see. Oh. Oh my god. Hold on. Okay, wait, hold on. Wait a second. Okay, but it's giving. It's giving. Okay. Boom, bend his ass over. No, I'm just kidding. You get on top as hard as you can. Like, as hard as you fucking can. You get on top, and then you beat his like this, and you punch him. And you literally whoop his ass. Like, you riding him, and then you smack him as hard as you can. You feel me? That's how you do it. You'd be like, boom, 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 while you're punching him at the same time. He will never, never forget about you. Every single bitch that goes into his life, he will have a story to tell her. Like, yeah, I fucked with this one bitch, and she punched me while she was riding me. He will never forget about you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah. Okay, so I saw a couple girlies go out in this outfit, and it looked so cute. It looked so cute, so I bought it. And I've had it for a little while, but I haven't had the balls to go out in this outfit. And I always get like this with like a lace suit, or like I feel almost naked. How do you guys feel about this? Would you let your girl go out in this outfit? Or is it a no?
Also, this is a form of narcissism. I am currently in a whole other city with my family. It's my mom's birthday, and he's doing this on my mom's birthday. So keep in mind, this is a full narcissistic ass man, okay? Like, crash out or go Britney Spears and shave your head. I'm crashing out every time. The hell? So I decided to come to the internet regarding this other page that has been posting videos of me. The person posting these videos is my ex. The reason he's posting these videos is because I'm telling him I don't want him. Not only that, yes, I was crashing out. This man has been taking millions of dollars from me, over $4 million. I will be taking this to the court, and eventually everything will be solved. If this is what he has to do to feel better about his situation, then so be it. If he wants to make me look crazy, yes, I was crazy. Imagine somebody took $4 million from you. You would be going crazy too. Yeah, and not only that, yes, I've attempted to commit suicide a few times because of this. But he was physically abusive. And no, I didn't harm myself saying he did it. There's been multiple times where he was actually abusing me, and I didn't do anything to myself. So, just wanted to...
Well, I drink a lot of water. The innocent part, I can't tell you. Why do I look innocent? I don't know. Thanks, girl. I appreciate it. So are you. So, as far as where I'm going next, I don't know yet. I haven't decided. But it really just depends on if your city is in high demand or not. If not, then, you know, I'm probably 9 out of 10 not coming unless you make it worth my while. Honey likes salchicha, baby. I'm not big on female. I'm really picky with my females. I'm really fucking picky. And even then, I really just like dick. I'm gonna be honest. Because that's what I like to do. They don't call me Honey Tsunami for no reason. I like to make a mess. It's fun. It's fun. It's like a water park. Splish, splash, splish, splash. Honey likes. So the biggest misconception of me, I feel like people think I'm a bitch. Before they even meet me, before they have conversation, they think I'm a bitch. I'm really not a bitch unless, you know, I'm sweet and sour. So as long as you stay on my good side, we good. But and then another thing is, because I'm in the industry, I feel like everybody thinks all I care about and all I want is sex. It's not. I have like conversations about it or whatever, but like that's the last thing on my mind. Okay, I get enough. I really don't know if that's even a question, because there's no other way to give it other than giving it fucking sloppy. Like, I want to see bubbles come out of the side of my mouth, the drool, everything. Like, if you're not doing it like that, then you might want to reconsider putting it in your mouth. So everybody thinks I'm some sort of Spanish. I'm here to tell you I'm not. I'm full-time slut. That's my nationality. Now let me stop. I'm Black, Italian, Russian, and Indian. That's my nationality. I'm a mutt. Cardi ain't lying about that. Honestly, you know, a lot of times before I shoot, I do drink Pedialyte. And those who've seen me when I used to go live know that I would drink, you know, a lot of Pedialyte before I hop on my OnlyFans live, so that I could get it nice and, you know, wet for you guys. So, yes, it is true about what she said. You should drink electrolytes before you get it in.
Oh, I know. Put it in my mouth. But I need a duet. That's a duet. I can't do both parts. That'd be crazy. And make it X-rated? God, that'd be real. I could do a music video to that. But like karaoke would be hard. Okay, so I love this response. The only problem is that it's karaoke and I don't know if I could rap Lil Wayne. Or it would take a minute for me to get good enough at that song to make it a convincing karaoke that I could still do like something other than like stare so hard at the screen to make sure I don't miss a word. But I love that idea.
So yes, guys, let's use our voices and our platforms for the greater of good. The Camp Beagle has been camping outside the MBR Acres for many months, and they need our support. You can also go to their page and you can see a list of all the companies that currently do animal testing for their products. I did not know of many of these brands that do animal testing, and I have decided to immediately stop purchasing anything from there and using their products. Guys, we have to stand for something. And I love animals. I love dogs. I've had dogs my whole life, and I actually had beagles growing up. They actually helped pay for my medical treatment when I was a preemie baby, so they hold a Hi guys, good morning. So following up on my last story, the Camp Beagle is an amazing organization that is trying to get MBR Acres shut down. MBR Acres is a puppy factory that is doing horrific things on beagles for the purpose of animal testing for different beauty products, cosmetic products. Guys, all I ask is, if you take a minute of your day, if you're a UK resident, go to the Camp Beagle Instagram account, hit the link in the bio and sign the petition, guys. It would only take a couple of minutes, if so.
I can't believe that I just stayed up to watch that fucking episode. That shit was ass. It was ass, okay? Culo. Una mierda. Una mierda. Grr. Dame un grr. The fuck? I can't believe I stayed up for that. Podría haber estado durmiendo ya. Huda also apologized, you know, straight after the fact, took accountability, even tried to give Shelly space when she asked for it, and still, you know, where was this energy for Olandria?
you know, Huda didn't kiss Ace out of a challenge. She wasn't trying to explore a romantic connection with Ace. Like, double standards as fuck, you know? It just doesn't add up, baby. The maths ain't mathing. I just feel like they're doing Huda how they did Jeremiah. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. How can you be mad at the girl for kissing someone that she's coupled up with and who she also said she was exploring a romantic connection with? You know, most of the couples in the villa were all open. You know, openly open. Like, everybody knew that they were open. So, what are we mad about? So, for some reason, I thought today was Thursday. So, no Love Island tonight. But let me give you my thoughts on last night's episode. A lot of hypocrisy, a lot of double standards. Highly disappointed in the females, the OG females, except for Amaya and Huda. I'm trying to figure out, where was this energy that they're having for Huda? Where was this energy for Olandria when she kissed Nick? When she decided to kiss Nick out of a challenge and explore whether they had a romantic connection? Why would you, at this point in the game, knowing that your friend has a super strong connection with Nick, you've literally seen this girl cry over Nick because he still wanted to be open, and yet you went and kissed him and decided that you should explore whether you guys have a romantic connection? Where was the energy for Olandria when she did that? Where was girl code? Lock the fuck in. Love Island was spicy today. And I got some shit to fucking say. But I'm gonna say tomorrow. Okay, I'm gonna say tomorrow. I'm tired. I don't feel like arguing with y'all today. I gotta wake up early. So I'll be back to report tomorrow. But as it stands, my votes are with Amaya Papaya and Chris.
If anybody knows of anyone who's interested in buying a jar of sweat, I'm selling about 10 jars of sweat. I have 10 jars of sweat available for sale. Nobody's told me how humid it is in New York right now. I walked 10 blocks after getting my coffee and bagel to walk it off. And yeah, now I have 10 jars of sweat to sell.